Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mid-Card Report. Just Vince today, doing a prediction video for everyone's favorite time of the year, Super Showdown. I mean, how can you not be excited for WWE's 5th show in Saudi Arabia when, each show just gets better than the last one? So let's take a look at this card here. Besides all the jokes in the beginning, looking to be an all-right card. It looks to be the less of the part-time legend-heavy shows out of the previous 4. But yeah, this is the 5th show, and only one part-timer is going to be at the show. And it's going to be Goldberg. And he's actually in a match that I'm quite curious to see. But we'll get to that once I run down the card. So today, WWE announced that Humberto versus Garza is going to happen, and Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler is going to happen. I'll just make some quick predictions on that. I'm going Humberto is going to pick up the win, and Mansoor on that one. Those two I don't want to go so in-depth in because they were added, a day before the pay-per-view and really don't have a whole lot of story. Well, especially Mansoor versus Ziggler, but Humberto and Garza, that it's just basically Garza's replaced Andrade once, Andrade's on his wellness suspension. Whoops. But anyways, let's go on to the matches that have been announced for weeks here. So starting off, I want to talk about the gauntlet match, which is AJ Styles and Andrade. I guess he's coming back. Bobby Lashley, Eric Rowan, R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, and oh my God, I did not see this. I had written in my notes that Mysterio is going to be the last competitor, but apparently The Undertaker is going to be in this match. Ooh, baby. I guess take away my beginning thoughts on saying Goldberg was the only part-timer, but Undertaker's in this one. Hachachada. This match is just really to set up the Undertaker AJ Styles match. That's really the only reason why it's here. So I don't know. I'm gonna say either Undertaker or AJ Styles will win this, and I think I'm gonna go Undertaker's gonna win this, and then AJ's gonna get mad and challenge him at WrestleMania, because that's been the rumored match for months now, or like about a month and a half now. Moving on, Seth and Buddy Murphy, baby, versus the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team Championship. I think this is a clear choice. I think Seth and Buddy are going to retain. You got to keep up Seth's disciple faction, whatever. You gotta give the heels their time in the light, because Seth Rollins is still a top guy in WWE, and I don't think the Street Profits are super ready yet. And I also think the Street Profits need a either bigger stage to have a shock title win on, because doing it in Saudi Arabia, I don't think the pop would be that great. It would just be a kind of whatever thing, because the Saudi Arabia crowd isn't really a smarky, Philadelphia, Chicago crowd or anything like that. And smarky fans like the Street Profits for the most part. They're really good on the mic, pretty decent in the ring, and they deserve a good pop. Moving on to the other tag team championship, which I actually think this might be the only title to change hands on the card. You got the New Day versus Miz and Morrison. I think this being Morrison's first, individual match, not counting the Royal Rumble. He's at the Rumble, right? Yeah, I think so. I think Morrison is going to pick up the win here with Miz. I think they're going to capture the SmackDown Tag Team Champions and bring them into WrestleMania. Bayley versus Naomi. Second ever women's match in Saudi Arabia. So, this will be also a big deal because it's the first ever women's title match in Saudi Arabia. I'm picking Bayley right now because I think she's keeping the title till Mania, and I think she's going to lose it to Naomi at Tampa. because I don't know, they did that nice little thing for Naomi. What is it? She's up from Orlando, so I mean, it's in the same state, you know. She'll get a win in her home state. So yeah, and I think Naomi's picking the title up at WrestleMania. And by that time, I think Bayley's kind of run her course. Her heel character really isn't that interesting. Most of the women's division focuses on NXT. No one really cares about Raw and SmackDown, but particularly SmackDown. No one gives a shit. Moving on, we have a steel cage match between Roman Reigns and King Corbin. I believe this will be the last match. This is the nail in the coffin for the Roman Reigns King Corbin. This very long, drawn out storyline. And I think Roman's gonna pick up the win because you got to end this feud, and this is the way to end it. Yeah, Roman's winning this because he's gonna go out of the Elimination Chamber and win that, and probably beat Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania for the title. So yeah, we have our first of two big championship bouts. One is Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet. I think this is just going to be a squash match, unfortunately. I'm a big fan of Ricochet. Been a big fan of him ever since Lucha Underground. He was great as Prince Puma. But there's just something lacking ever since he came to WWE. I don't know what it is. He's just a really, really great wrestler. Probably the best high-flying wrestler in WWE right now. Top 5 overall, but his mic skills are just kind of lacking. You know, there's lacking just oomph behind him. You know, I mean, every time he comes out, it's just he's kind of a two-dimensional comic book hero, and I don't know. It really bothers me because Ricochet is one of my favorites, but hopefully, I don't want to say heel turn will help him, but something needs to happen with his character to make him more of a threat, because Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet, I have no faith in Ricochet that he's going to win. I have no belief that he could. And then finally, the match that I believe is probably going to main event, The Fiend defending his title against Goldberg. This match, man, I really don't know what the hell's going to happen here, because I've been reading the dirt sheets, and it's been 50-50. One day it's Fiend's going to win it and defend it against Roman Reigns, and next day it's Goldberg's going to win it and defend it against Roman Reigns. I really don't think The Fiend needs the belt to be a big star. I think he was already a big star before he got the belt. So I think Goldberg beating him in a match, I don't think that hurts him as much as people think it will. But people would be pissed. And that's also another reason why I think if they are going to go with Goldberg winning, it's why it's in Saudi Arabia, because it'll actually get a decent reaction. Because that crowd likes typically older wrestlers. I can see this being a very physical match, but fast. I can see this being a 7-8 minute long match. Maybe Goldberg does some spears to Fiend. One spear. Fiend kicks out at 1, and then he does another one and kicks out at 2, and Goldberg does a jackhammer, but Fiend counters it or something, and I don't know. I just see this being a kind of a finisher heavy, brutal, quick match that Goldberg's not gonna be hurt by this. Who gives a shit if Goldberg loses? Like, the Fiend's the hot guy right now, so Goldberg could be at WrestleMania. There's rumors that he's gonna face John Cena, and John Cena might come back on SmackDown this Friday and say he wants to face Goldberg at WrestleMania. So there you have it, guys. There's my predictions for WWE Super Showdown, which is tomorrow. So these predictions will be late, a little bit, or not a little bit late. I mean, day before. And so I doubt many people will watch this. That's okay. We'll probably make a review recap video of AW Revolution, because Zaim and I are actually going to Revolution, and that should be really exciting. We'll probably record a recap video while we're driving in the car on the way back. Maybe we'll throw in some pictures and videos that we took from the show, albeit YouTube doesn't strike us down, which I don't think they do with the AW videos that much. But anyways, yeah. More content to come. So, see you later.